Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good day to everybody. My name is Cate Saxton of Ask Ms. Cate on Facebook and our blog, meetcateandcarol.com. Remember, it's Cate with a C, meetcateandcarol.com. Welcome everyone. I'm just going to give folks a second here to get on board. It is 10 a.m. and here we are on day number 13, lucky 13, day number 13 of our 21-day Kickstart your day for max success and focus in creating your vision, living your vision, your lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. You've always dreamed of. This is about creating your vision no matter what it might be. I deal with a lot of folks who are building home businesses, building their businesses right from their home computer. And in some cases, I know folks who are blogging simply using their cell phone, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. But let's recap, and let me tell you a little bit about me. For those of you, I know some people have just begun tuning in, right? So if this is your first or your second time tuning in live, what I want you to do is go onto my YouTube channel, Cate Saxton, Ms. Cate, that's M-S-C-A-T-E, and start watching from day number 1. You can gain a lot by tuning in day 12 and 13, but day number 1, and dedicate yourself for 3 weeks, 21 days. There's magic to 21 days because it takes scientific proof that it takes 21 days to create a habit. And what we're talking about here and what you're gaining from tuning in each and every day is you're gaining the confidence, you're increasing your self-esteem, you're accomplishing goals and setting out tasks for yourself, right? To creating and living the life and the vision that you've always set out for yourself. We have people coming in who've dreamed of being famous singers and writers, wanted to write the great American novel, but things got in the way. So we're just going to recap on a few of those things this morning. I don't want to spend too much time recapping, but I do want to catch some folks up who are just tuning in. So again, my name is Cate Saxton, and who am I, and why would you tune in and day out and take a half an hour out of your life? Well, I was a very successful counselor. I help people with the most difficult of situations with drug and alcohol addiction, or had family members or loved ones who were suffering from the disease of addiction. And I also counseled people on bereavement issues, grief, mostly losses due to death or divorce or loss of a job, loss of a lifestyle. And I did that for 13 years, and I was able to impact and touch and be an instrument of change and growth for people, for hundreds of people in that 13-year period. And I got a little burned out, and I sort of shifted gears, and I went into the mortgage industry, and I had incredible success with that. I was licensed in 2 different states. I bought a second home in Vero Beach, Florida. I was living the life. Right? Living the life, never thought that was going to go away. I just thought I was going to every year increase my income. And in 2008, for those of you who aren't in the United States but tuning in today, because we're able to impact people throughout the world through social media, but in 2008, the mortgage industry crashed, and I lost everything. I lost my business, Saxton Mortgage. I lost my beautiful home in Vero Beach, Florida. I lost myself, which was the most difficult loss that I had ever faced in my life. I allowed the economy, I allowed the media, I allowed people in my life with all good intentions, but I allowed all those negative messages I allowed it to tap into my own low self-esteem and my lack of confidence. And for 5 years, I had a story. And boy, whenever I would tell it, I got people, pitying me, feeling sorry for me, even though I didn't really want that. But people reinforced my story, right? Even the media. Thousands of mortgage brokers and loan officers got hit and lost everything, and realtors. And then it hit the construction industry, and now it's trickled down and has affected every industry. And our economy in the United States is in the worst shape it's ever been. Inflation, it's just horrible. So it reinforced my story of woe and my loss and how I was never going to be able to get back. And I believed that for 5 years, even though I got into a few home-based businesses and we had a semblance of success. I was never able to really maintain it and get it to the point that I could be financially free, which most people strive for, right? We want to be free financially. We want to be able, me anyways, I want to be able to travel the world. I want to be able to have an impact on other folks and getting other people out of the depths of despair and loss. So the best way that I knew how to do that was through the internet, right? The internet, social media, but I didn't really know how to go about it. And I was, thank God, that I had an open mind enough. It was ajar just a little bit when this program, the Empower Network, I love that name, the Empower Network, was introduced to myself and Carol, my partner, Carol. And just having a little bit of an open mind and not being overly judgmental of the two gentlemen who were introducing this to me through their program, through blogging, and coming on video, and doing live hangouts like I'm doing with you, in their t-shirts. Now, I'm relaxed today. It is Sunday for those of you who are watching the recorded version. This is Sunday, and I am dressed a little relaxed, but usually I get dressed up like I'm going to work, because I am. And I do have some lipstick on and my earrings, but I'm a little laid back, because I do believe that sometimes we should kick back a little bit, but I'm still working. I'm still producing today. So these two gentlemen came through on my computer, through video, through blogging, through social media, and I was able to open my mind just enough to receive their messages. And what were those messages? These are two guys. One curly, long black hair, wears t-shirts and shorts and sandals. How's this guy going to teach me anything? He's not in a three-piece suit with a tie coming at me. And he was homeless. Granted, in Hawaii, which, you know, that's the shirt I have on today, hang loose. He was homeless in Hawaii, and I guess if you're going to be homeless, that's the place to do it. But my old me, who could have been full of judgment and a closed mind, would have turned off that video at that point. And I would never have received all that I've gotten through these two gentlemen. The other one, Dave Sharp, that was Dave Wood. Dave Sharp was also a former homeless guy, right? And he was a former drug user, drug addict, heroin. And here I am, you know, luckily, again, with an open mind, open to receiving something, because I was desperate. 5 years now. 5 years in my story of woe and trying to recreate myself, and joining one shiny new company after another, listening to leaders and gurus from these companies with their promises of always having my back, right? And then joining another company. This is the next greatest thing. And boom, I'd get in, get the largest package, spend $1,000 of my last $1,000, and get my little journal and my product and start telling people, start trying to sell people on it. And still didn't have the success. Maybe did a little bit, brought a few people in, but didn't have that success that I always dreamed of, that I was always promised. And why? What was getting in my way? Because I did have enough of an open mind to receive something from this Empower Network. I was getting in my way. And that's what we're talking about in this 21-day program. I don't care what the product, what the company, what the opportunity and the timing in the marketplace. I don't care what guru or leader promises you that he or she is going to be there for you. None of that matters if you don't have you. If you don't have some semblance of self-esteem and confidence that you can do this and make this happen, it won't. the barriers, the roadblocks that we've talked about the last couple of days are going to come into play. And around day 10, day 14 of your new opportunity, you're going to start to lose that excitement, that passion. That guru's going to disappear, and maybe he'll Facebook you a message now and again, but he's not going to be there day in and day out every morning when you have that self-doubt creeping in and you go to your computer, and after the 50th no you got from friends and family, you're like, I don't think I can do this. I gave it a shot. I spent my last $1,000, and here I am again. Woe is me. And that story, right? Talk about stories. That story comes back into play, and it's reinforced by people saying no, by people saying things bad about network marketing or home-based businesses or affiliate marketing. People with all good intentions will steal your dreams. So we can't depend on other people in our lives for getting something that we want. It's got to come from within, and it's got to come from an energy. Some people believe in God. I believe in the spiritual energy, kind of in the universe, the laws of attraction, right? But we have to be ready to receive that. So by now, it's day 13. We've had people create their vision statement and read that 10 times a day out loud in front of the mirror to themselves. Also, the second piece to that was recording yourself on video, recording that statement, that vision statement, with all the enthusiasm that you can muster up and watching that 10 times a day. We're multiplying everything times 10 because, and today's topic is the magic of thinking big. Books have been written. If you haven't gotten this, I highly recommend it. It looks like it might be backwards there, but Dr. David Schwartz, The Magic of Thinking Big. You know, in today's economy, it's not enough to be average. It's not enough to just do a little bit of the work. We have to stand out and brand ourselves. Brand ourselves. So if that opportunity that you recently got into crashes and that network marketing company or that affiliate marketing company disappears next week and is no longer the big thing, they can't take away you, your knowledge, your confidence and self-esteem that you're building on day 13 now. You're feeling the results of reading this vision statement 10 times a day and watching yourself on video. You're gaining that self-esteem maybe for the first time at a certain level and thinking big, acting big. You know, one of my friends in Empower, Paul Rose Gardner, the Reaper, he's on Facebook, so I see his posts all the time. And this guy, just a year and a half ago, mind you, was sent to a mental institution by his family because they thought he was crazy. They thought he was crazy that he quit his MMA fighting career, and he quit because he didn't have the money anymore to back it, but they thought he was nuts to quit that career and start a home business with Empower Network. So they hospitalized him, and then he started to act crazy, right? Paul, if you're watching, hi, buddy. Love you. Anyways, he's been able, and I've got to give a disclaimer for Empower Network, our income disclaimer, empowernetwork.com/income. These are extraordinary incomes because people who are attaining this level of income have taken extraordinary efforts in their business. And then there will be people who make nothing because those are folks who are unable to, most likely because they haven't created that confidence and that esteem in their vision statements, right? And building themselves and branding themselves. So Paul Rose goes to see Bob Proctor, who is a guru, right? Is a guru in entrepreneurship and building your own business. If you haven't heard of him, Google him. You'll see what I mean. He's made multiple millions and written books. Anyways, he goes to see him this weekend, and Paul puts a video on this morning talking to Bob Proctor that saying, I am going to surpass you. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm going to surpass what you've done. He made a statement. He lives in his positive vision today. He talks about it in I am statements, and he lives it today. And he thinks big, he 10 times everything, okay? And that's what we're talking about, multiplying our efforts, our thinking, times 10. Again, it's not enough in the marketplace. I got to ask you a question. Is your dream, your vision that you've set out, is it just average, normal? Big word in this home business industry is mediocre. Do you want to live just a normal lifestyle, or do you want to live big? Most of us want that freedom to be able to do what we want when we want. But we've got to do the work. We've got to do the work first. This 21-day program is laying the foundation of building you, the foundation of building you, so you can go out there to the marketplace and market anything, and you'll be wildly successful. Okay? So today's assignment in thinking big, I want you to Google the word big. Google the word big and find the synonyms, which are words like big, for big, and write them down. And today, every time, make a conscious effort when you talk about building your dream, your vision, when you're talking with other people in your family, your life today, and you find yourself saying the word big or something to that effect, I want you to replace it with one of the other words. Mammoth, gigantic, colossal, vast, stupendous, enormous, immense, large, substantial, extensive, tremendous. Elephantine, now that's big. Elephantine, mountainous, giant, massive, monumental, and there's so many more. So write down these synonyms, words that are like big, and today speak in those words. And if you find that your vision statement needs some of these words to be put in there, it's okay to modify that vision statement. Do it now. We're on day 13. Modify it and start using some of these synonyms for big. Because the bigger our thinking, the bigger our results. I heard it once said, and I think that Dr. Schwartz maybe had made reference to this in his book, and he talks about that the difference between a salesman who made $1 million last year and a salesman who made $25,000 wasn't really the size of their wallets or their bank accounts when they started the year off in January 2013. It was not the size of their wallets, because they both start at the same spot in the beginning of the year. It was the size of their thinking. Not the size of their brain either. Don't get that mistaken. It's the size of our thinking, our visioning, our creating our lifestyle that we want. Remember, we're talking about attaining your dream here. This isn't a small task. This is a monumental task. It could be the biggest, the largest, the most immense decision that you've made in your life. So stick with it. Multiply everything, your efforts, your energy, your goals, times 10 today, and use some of these synonyms in your talk. Because the ways that we talk impact the ways that we think and the ways that we feel, which will impact the results that we're going to have in our life today. So go out there, think big, think massive, think enormous, think elephantine or elephantine. Just think big today, and you'll have massive results. That's it for today. Keep an eye out for our power words. We have 2 every day we send out. If you haven't done so already, Down below here, there's a red bar, red banner to join our email list. Very soon, the power words will only be sent via email. I know I've been threatening that for a while, but it is going to happen. You want to make sure you receive those. So join our email list. And also, if you haven't done so yet, to get the word 10 times out and have 10 times more effect in your business, you want to be blogging on a daily basis, at least a few times a week. And this blogging system with the Empower Network is the most powerful way to get your message out on social media, to multiply your business times 10. So click on that button there. It's $25, really. That's a drop in the bucket to market your business and have an effect in your marketplace and social media that you wouldn't ordinarily have. Remember that word, ordinary? We don't want to be ordinary. We have to have an impact in the marketplace today and brand ourselves as the go-to person in whatever it is our vision is. So join the blog, click on that, $25. We'll see you in the 2 power words this afternoon. Keep your eye out for that on social media. And we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. for day 14, Kickstart Your Day for max success and focus in your vision. For now, Cate Saxton signing out. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you for letting me into your life today. Have a great day, everybody.